Hello.
Hi, friends. It's Olivia.
It's Eric.
You're not so average travelers. And Lulu.
We're back with another podcast.
We're talking about staycations today.
The act of staying near your home.
Yeah.
I think staycation has a lot of really good features that it can add to just existing.
I mean, certainly they're less expensive.
They definitely are less expensive.
They can be a little bit more of a, what's the word I'm looking for? Like spontaneous something. Like not a whole lot of planning has to necessarily go into them, but you can plan them for sure. Like you could plan a staycation. So what's something that because you just planned one.
I did.
Like you kind of went all out for it because it was Valentine's weekend. So you kind of went all out.
Kind of looked towards staying a little bit more in the city area.
Yeah.
Kind of looking at where do we want to eat, where do we want to stay, what do we want to do to really kind of bring a theme together. It was easy for Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
It was the theme was pretty self-explanatory, but romance. But when you look at it, you kind of have to plan how you're going to get there. Are you going to park? Are you not going to park? Are you driving yourself? Are we going to Uber? These were all conversations that we were having and that we were kind of looking at as we were planning the whole adventure or staycation out. What we did do is we did drive.
Yeah.
It was still a 45-50 minute drive. And we ended up parking on the at the hotel, which did have parking fees associated with it. So,
which most places downtown do.
Yeah. And then we figured out what events or activities that we wanted to do within that time. We checked out the Grand American, which is a very nice hotel.
It's pretty posh, for sure.
And then we took advantage of their spa for the day.
That was Eric's treat for me for Valentine's Day. And how would you rate your spa experience? Meaning, we've done a lot of spa experiences on ships. This was our first big spa experience on land. How would you rate your spa experience?
It was it was more laid back. I feel like on the ships it's very point because everyone's not a lot of space, not a lot of rooms for those.
I could see that.
Spas. You could tell this was an older spa.
Oh, for sure.
They had 2 floors. They were separated by...
It was men and women.
Men and women, so...
there was no commingling. It was very nice.
No, they had a commingling room.
No, a single commingle room. It's very odd. We could not sauna together. We could not we could relax, and that was it. It was just a sitting
area, yeah,
a quiet sitting area that we could sit in together.
But each
odd.
Each area had its own sitting area too.
Yes, which
was very interesting. But all in all, I think the experience was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
They tout a 17-head shower, and we're trying to figure out how we could put that in our house now. So
it was pretty cool.
But other than that, I think that the spa itself added a lot to the staycation because it gave us the destination, it gave us time. And then planning dinner, making sure that we had time to get back to the hotel, get dressed for dinner, and then go to dinner was kind of putting things in motion, and that really helped with making the agenda work. So...
But also giving us time too, where it wasn't I didn't feel like we were rushed or anything too, because we could have especially with the spa, they said we could have hung out there all day if we wanted to. We could have literally just sat there in the steam rooms or in the relaxation room until they closed if we wanted to, and then gone to dinner right afterwards should we had wanted to. But then giving ourselves time to go change and relax and just again enjoy the amenities that the other hotel had to offer should we had wanted to, was definitely,
Yeah, and I think it
Gave us
was
time.
some of the stuff that I should have investigated beforehand was, um, are all the pools open?
Yeah, that
So
was disappointing.
we did find out that the spa pool was a shared pool for the hotel as well, and so there was a lot of kids that were there, so it was not a
Yeah.
quiet space.
Yeah, we went to go enjoy the pool area after our massage, and even the masseuses after, like, were like, yeah, just take the elevator up to 4 and like go enjoy your swim. And we're like, okay. So like we changed into our suits and we went up there. They didn't bother to tell us that it was a shared thing. We get up there and all you hear is like kids screaming, and we're like dressed in our spa robes, and we're like, okay, we are not in the spa anymore. Like, no longer relaxation. We are at Club Med. Like, that's
But at
suddenly
least you know where
like,
an indoor pool is. It's really nice.
yes. And you heard nothing. Like,
Mhm.
so kudos to the soundproofing because
Yeah,
we're having a massage on level 3 and we hear nothing. And the pool is literally right above us. So, I mean, that's great. Hooray for them.
for sure. Um, but yeah, that was a quick staycation that we did.
Yeah.
We're actually planning a few more of those. We know that we're gonna have less time that we could take out for long week adventures. So we're looking at holidays and weekends and kind of doing more around the staycation and going to places near Salt Lake or around
Yeah. Around
some
where
of
we
the
live.
states around.
That's something too that is kind of become a little bit more popular because, I mean, let's face it, I mean, things are very expensive. Travel is not getting any cheaper. And so I'm between the road trip versus jumping onto an airplane. Even if you are choosing to do your like large vacation via road trip, if you choose to do a staycation instead, I mean, doing something closer to home within an hour or two's drive, I mean, you might as well. I mean, go explore what your state has to offer, what your city has to offer, and um sorry, Lulu was eating the extension cord and we might have a problem momentarily, ladies and gentlemen. So stay tuned.
So that's happening.
This is gonna happen. All right, she ran away. Sorry, distracted by a cat. She's gonna come back and play with it some more. Anyways, um, but yeah, learning what is available in your area. So, I mean, certainly avenues like Facebook. I know everyone is very like, I,
Facebook groups are good, but
Facebook groups are great. Community Facebook groups, and everyone's all about like let's stay off of them, or I'm just here for the drama.
that's me. I'm here for the drama.
But there's I mean, you can learn a lot about what's going on in your community. And just the different events. I mean, our small town has so many things that go on, especially during the summertime, and as the weather warms up, that there's lots of ways to become involved in the community and lots of different things that the community has going on that it's nice to kind of jump out and,
Explore.
explore and see what's going on. So,
And
and
don't forget, like, there's a lot of ways that you could take in. Parks are a really good way.
mhm,
Utah has a lot of parks. So does
yeah,
Arizona.
national parks too.
National parks are really a great way to uh, build an adventure out and just think about where you're staying and what you're going to do there and what you're really trying to get out of that uh,
Yeah.
location.
Yeah, I agree. There's something that one of my clients actually, they were one of my like original ones, like first ones. They had called and she was like, our family put kind of it was a family life list of like different experiences that they wanted to experience together. And so they kind of put together this list of things that they wanted to do. And she's like, so, can you help us kind of put together ways to make this happen, and they don't all have to happen right now. And so I have their list, and we're just kind of chipping away at different things. I mean, they went on a cruise this last year and there was, a couple things that they did excursion wise that we kind of helped chip away at some of those things, but they don't have to be big extravagant things. And so that's kind of something that, like, as we've been going and doing things too, I'm like, you know what, that's something that I'd love to add to like that life list. It's I don't look at it so much as a bucket list, and that's kind of become like a turn that people have done. It's not a bucket list thing because it's not like I'm not dying, but at some point, yes, that's going to happen. But I want to experience what life has to offer and what is out there in the world. So let's add it to like an experience list or to a life list. And so, like, these are things that I want to do. And maybe I want to do it again. So it's not something that I'm only going to do it once, like, but I want to do it multiple times. So,
Yeah, it really kind of brings that whole, what do you want to get out of life,
yeah,
right? And that's when we start planning. Like we've started planning into what, 2028 now.
yeah,
Um, we start to look at what are we really trying to do? What are we trying to get out of the experience and the adventure? We've done Disney a lot. Now we're branching out a lot more into Europe, a lot of other countries that
hmm
we normally wouldn't have gone. So
yeah,
we have another big one coming up here. We're going to go to Germany.
yep,
That's going to be the first time going to Germany, and we're doing river cruising, which we haven't done before, and then we're going to take train all the way from point A to point B, um, to get back to the airport. So just kind of looking at how you experience that area is really kind of an interesting piece when you start talking
yeah,
about that life list.
yeah. We did the train a little bit this last year in France on our last trip, and now we think we're worldly and we're gonna see. Fingers crossed that
And it's
we're as seasoned as we think we are.
it's interesting. Before we were going from point A to point B, but always coming back to point A.
Yeah,
Here we're going to go to point A, point B, point C,
yeah.
point D,
And
all
there's
the way
no
down the
going
trip.
back and forth. It's just
You're just
point,
forward all
point,
the way
point,
through.
point, point. Yeah, all the way through.
So this
Yeah.
is going to be interesting.
One of the things, just to draw focus, this is a company called Rio. We are not sponsored by them at all. They are very heavy on Facebook and Instagram, especially this last holiday season. I saw them a lot. But our best friends, shout out Jared and Mandy, love you. They gave this to us
When we moved?
2 years.
No, it's
It,
been a while.
it's been a while. Yeah, it was actually like right after we moved to Utah. So it's been 5 years almost now of different experiences that the state of Utah has to offer. And it's called an adventure bucket list. And in here, there's basically for just about every city in the state of Utah, just about. Um,
And for every season.
and for every season. So you can go through, and we've been really bad about it, side note. But you go through and you scratch off, like, okay, this is what we're going to do. There's budget friendly options. There's things that might be a little bit more expensive, but it gives you those options. And so it kind of helps you to plan your adventure. And yeah, they have it for a whole lot of different states. So definitely check them out if you're not quite sure what to do in your area, or you need some inspiration. Yeah, I know they have them for Arizona, they have them for Utah, obviously, and a few other states anyway. But we love these guys. It's really cool.
Gives you a lot of ideas on what to do when you don't really have an idea.
Yeah. We've scanned through quite a few of them and we're like, oh hey, yeah, I know about that. Oh yeah, I've done that before. And so obviously, like, we haven't scratched off the things on it because we've already done that. So
yeah, it's definitely a good way to go out and
see your state,
do some staycation style activities,
or just a fun road trip, just to get out and see something different. So yeah, because that's something that even like growing up in Alaska, we used to do that a lot. Like that's because
well, it's a little different when it's a day
that's all you
travel.
can do. Like
Yeah.
you don't fly out really at all. Like that is something you had to plan. Everything was a staycation pretty much, or a planned camping trip.
Again, the difference between a staycation here and there is
but I'm just saying,
distance,
like that
but yeah.
was yes, but like we did that a lot as far as like a day trip down to Kenai, or we'd drive down to Homer and hang out, and I mean that's ends up being a camping trip
or up to Fairbanks.
Yeah, you did that more than I
Mhm.
like, but you were closer.
I guess.
Like an hour closer. That makes a difference. But anyway, but those were things that, I just remember doing like growing up. So back when I was a kid.
Back when we were kids.
Anyways. So that's kind of our like what we've been thinking about as far as staycationing and different things that, what you can take advantage of without spending a whole bunch of money and bunch of time and investing all that time
Mhm.
because you don't always have 2 weeks to invest, which I've had to
That's,
learn.
yeah, we're starting to learn how to actually budget PTO.
Budget time. Somebody doesn't have unlimited time off anymore, sadly. So we've had to make some adjustments, and that's life. You have to make those adjustments, and that's fine. So
But yeah. Um,
so yeah, we've got Germany coming up, which we're really excited about. We've got some fun excursions that we're going to be doing. So stay tuned for some of those.
yep.
We
Try to do something live there.
we'll try and do something live.
Yes.
So yeah, they're 8 hours ahead of us. So let's see how like
Let's see how
sleep
live
deprived,
is.
yeah, how live that ends up being. Um, yeah, it's been a little crazy. We came back from a cruise a couple weeks ago. It was really freaking cold.
That was the coldest I've been on a cruise.
Yeah, that was like it was pretty brutal.
It was a Disney Dream. We've got a lot of content up there.
Yeah,
If you haven't seen it yet,
yeah.
we did do the 2 cabana stays. It
We'll
was
never
a
go,
lot of fun.
never not have a cabana anymore.
Yeah, that was
We
a
are
lot of fun.
spoiled now.
Yeah.
That's yeah. Sorry. I say sorry like I'm gonna like I don't know.
But it definitely adds a lot to the experience.
It does.
And then it was really cold.
It was very cold. It was not. There was only the one day when we were at Castaway where I felt like relaxed in the sun.
Well, to be
But
fair, it was also during those huge
yeah, that
winter
freeze.
storms
Yeah.
that froze all the way through Florida. So I get it. It
And
was
froze
cold.
down through the Bahamas and
Yeah.
they were like not okay. The Bahamian people were like, what is this?
It was a lot of interesting climate changes
Yeah,
for sure.
for sure. Yeah. The fact that we came back to Utah and like warmed up was a
It was
little
warmer here
it
than it was
was
there,
it
which
was a
was
little odd.
a lot.
So yeah,
So
back
yeah,
to the grind.
yeah. If you have any other thoughts or concerns about, not concerns, really just thoughts or,
Please give us your
yeah,
concerns.
give me your concerns. If you have any thoughts or ideas for other staycations, feel free to
Yeah.
drop them in the comments. But
Or any ideas of topics that you want us to like to touch on or anything that, you know, not so average travelers can jump into. We'd be happy to. So,
with that, we'll catch you next time.
yeah.
Thanks for watching, and
See you next time. Bye guys. Like and subscribe.